Adaobi is a 27 young single woman living in the heart of Lagos. Her life has been a series of struggles, moving from one job to another, barely making ends meet while supporting her sick mother and young siblings. Today feels different though. Today she has a job interview at a prestigious law firm in Victoria Island. It's the opportunity of a lifetime, and she's determined to make the best of it. She leaves her one-room apartment in Mushi at the break of dawn, dressed in her best suit. As she steps out of the house, her elderly neighbor, Mama Ibeji, called her out. "Adaobi, I pray this is the breakthrough you've been waiting for, my daughter. Be careful out there. These streets are dangerous." Adaobi smiles warmly. "Thank you, Mama. God will see me through." With that, she heads to the bus stop, humming a hymn her mother used to sing when things got tough. The sun begins to rise over the chaotic Lagos streets as she stands on the side of the road waiting for her bus. Little does she know that today's journey will be the most dangerous one of her life. After waiting for a few minutes, an unusual clean and flashy Toyota Hiace bus stops in front of her. The bus conductor, a tall, muscular man with a wide smile, beckons her in. There is a glimmer in his eyes, but Adaobi shrugs it off. The bus looks decent and the passenger seems normal, so she climbs in, clutching her bag close. As she takes her seat, Adaobi notices a young mother with her baby on her lap, a man in a suit who appears to be going to work, and an elderly man sitting quietly by the window. But something feels off. The bus is too quiet. The passengers exchange uneasy glances. Halfway through the journey, the bus takes an unexpected detour. Instead of heading towards Victoria Island, it veers off into a deserted industrial area. Panic wells up inside Adaobi as she realizes this is no ordinary ride. This one friendly conductor smile fades. Suddenly, the conductor bolts the door shut. "Welcome to our show," he shouts, pulling out a gun. The driver, a bulky man with a face hardened by years of crime, sneers at the passengers through the rearview mirror. "This is a ONE CHANCE Motor," the conductor announces, his voice cold. "If you cooperate, we'll walk out alive. If you don't, well, you know the rest." Adaobi's heart races. Her palms become clammy. She looks around, hoping for some way to escape, but the doors are locked and the windows are sealed. She quickly scans the faces of her fellow passengers. Everyone is paralyzed with fear. The young mother clutches her baby tightly, tears streaming down her face. The man in the suit tries to reason with the robbers, but his voice shakes. "Please, I will give you whatever you want. Just don't hurt us." The robbers ignored him. One of the gang members, a slim man with cruel eyes, begins walking down the aisle, collecting phones, wallet and jewelry. When he reaches Adaobi, she hesitates, but then slowly hands over her phone and her last 2,000 naira. The man smirks at her and continues his search. The robbers aren't just after money, they want more. One of the gang members' eyes met Adaobi with dark intention. He moves closer, licking his lips, and she can feel the threat of violence hanging in the air. Adaobi's mind races. She needs to act, but how? Adaobi remembers the pepper spray in her bag. It's small, but it might be enough to buy her a few seconds. She quickly makes a decision, but she knows she can't do it alone. She glances at the other passengers, searching for an ally. Her eyes lock with a man in a suit. He gives her a small nod, understanding her silent plea. With her heart pounding, Adaobi slips her hand into her bag, gripping the pepper spray tightly. She waits for the right moment. When he steps closer, just inches from her face, taunting her with lightning speed, she sprays the chemical directly into his eyes. The conductor howls in pain, stumbling backward, clawing at his face. This is the signal the man in the suit lunges at the robber close to him, knocking him to the ground. The bus erupts into chaos. Pandemonium ensues. The young mother clutches her baby and screams, while the older man, despite his age, tackles another gang member, using his walking stick as a weapon. Adaobi fights off another robber who grabs her by the arm. "Run!" she yells to the passenger. They rush towards the locked door, banging against him. In the chaos, Adaobi spots the emergency window. Desperately, she managed to prise it open with her trembling hands. The man in the suit helps her shove it open as wide as it can go. The first passenger climbs out, followed by the young mother and her baby. One by one, the victims escape until only Adaobi and the man in the suit remain. Just as Adaobi is about to jump, the driver, furious, grabs her by the wrists. His grip is iron tight and his eyes are filled with rage. "You think you can escape?" he growls, yanking her back. Adaobi struggles, using all her strength to pull away. Just when it seems all hope is lost, the man in the suit delivers a sharp kick to the driver's side, losing his grip on her. Adaobi falls to the ground, but she quickly scrambles to her feet and climbs out of the window. Breathless, bruised and terrified, Adaobi runs towards the highway. Her only thought is to get away from the nightmare behind her. The driver and the remaining gang members try to restart the bus, but it's too late. As Adaobi and other passengers reach the main road, a police patrol car pulls up, alerted by the commotion. The officers, sensing something is wrong, rush towards the bus. The robbers try to flee, but the police quickly apprehended them, forcing them to the ground in handcuffs. Adaobi collapses in relief, tears streaming down her face. She's alive. A week later, Adaobi is sitting in a hospital room, recovering from her injuries. The media has picked up the story, hailing her as the brave woman who escaped the notorious One Chance gang. She was offered her dream job at the law firm and even more. Her courage has inspired countless others to be vigilant and never give up the hope. As she steps out of the hospital, sunlight patting her face, she smiles. Life in Lagos may be dangerous, but Adaobi has proven that no matter how dark things may seem, courage and quick thinking can be the difference between life and death.